Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. The box that I'm about to open up and kind of give you guys just a quick demonstration, not so much demonstration but more of an explanation. Inside this box here I have what's called a hammer slide tool. This is essential when it comes to removing bearings in certain applications. Whether you have a small engine or a big engine, there's a variety of hammer slide tools that you can use when replacing the bearings, even on a transmission. So the way that this particularly works, and I absolutely love this thing and recommend it for anyone that's going to start getting into engine building, when you're having a difficult time to removing certain size bearings. So, just so we can see, I'm going to grab one of the bigger ones here. In other words, this guy right here slides into a bearing. We thread this onto the hammer slide, and the way that it works is that as you start to tighten the head up, this head expands as this tightens, and what it does is it expands against the inside of a bearing. So when it's in the bearing, the hammer itself, when you slide it back in the sliding motion, it's tapping the bearing in the opposite direction, pulling it out, which is why it's referred as a hammer slide tool, for those of you that don't know. Otherwise, you guys can kind of laugh and giggle and say this is a corny video, but there's a lot of people out there that don't know what this is. And to give some of you an idea also, I'm going to go grab a bearing real quick so you can kind of see how this thing sits in there. Alright, so this guy right here, this is an old bearing that I had pulled out previously from a CVT engine case. So it doesn't spin like it should, which is why it ended up getting replaced. Let me grab the correct size bearing puller here. We're going to be on a smaller one as far as the hammer goes. This one should, no, not that one either. Let's go up just there. Ah, there we go. So the way that it works is that when you're installing it, so it's going to slide right through on there. You're going to notice that there's a lip on there. So as you're starting to tighten this thing down, that lip is going to expand to the point where you cannot slide the bearing or pull this off. So when the hammer is going forward and back in the motion of tapping this thing, I'm not going to thread it all the way on, but when you throw the slide back, it puts force on it, and again, it is pulling this bearing out of the engine case or cover or whatever the application that you're working on. So this is a hammer slide tool for pulling out bearings and other things too. Drop any questions, concerns, comments, anything that you think of, feel free to ask away. I'm more than happy to provide an answer or provide some assistance. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think, guys.